So I just got home from Peru. It was a really long trip back. First we had to go down from base camp to Juarez by horseback, and that took a couple hours. And then we spent the night in Juarez, and then we took an 8-hour bus ride the next day to Lima. And then we stayed in Lima for a couple of hours. We had dinner, and then we got on our flight, which was another, I believe the flight was like 8-9 hours to Atlanta, and then from Atlanta to Phoenix, it was another 4 hours. So it was a long time of traveling. I've never traveled that much. I haven't even been away from home for this long before. I still have a really bad cough. It took me a lot of getting used to. You know, when we first went up to a higher elevation, you could really feel it. It gets harder to breathe, there's less air. And then when you start coming down, they told us you're supposed to get better right away, but I felt like I was getting worse at first. Like when we came down from base camp to Juarez, I started coughing a lot more. And then when we went to Juarez to Lima, which is basically normal altitude, I felt like I couldn't breathe even more. Like I kept coughing and coughing and coughing. When I got home, I just knocked out and I just slept. And I thought I would fix my sleep schedule, which is always messed up, but here I am, woke up at 3 o'clock. My nose is still like really stuffy. I'm still coughing a lot. I still feel a little sick, and I feel like it'll get better the next few days, but it's just, I don't really feel that good right now. Maybe it's because I had a cold. Maybe it's the after effects of having liquid in your lungs. Like I couldn't breathe at base camp. It was really hard for me to sleep. It was just so hard for me to breathe up there. And I really wish I could have made it to the top of the mountain. Today, everybody's climbing up to the mountain. I wish everybody good luck, and I hope you guys make it. I hope no one gets eliminated. I mean, hell yeah, it would have been dope to summit the mountain, but here I am at home. I do miss everyone there. I'm really glad I got to meet everybody. Everybody just is great. I think it's a really great group. I hope everyone's okay and they made it fine. So my plan right now is just to stay home, try to feel better, and get rid of this nasty cough. I've been having really bad cough attacks ever since I got back here. I don't know if it's the dust and it's making it even worse because Arizona is really dusty. And when my mom picked me up from the airport and we were driving back, and I opened the window and like I couldn't breathe, and like I kept coughing and hacking, and it just felt like something was stuck in my throat. And I don't know, just getting used to low altitude has been like, I thought it was something that happens right away, but I guess not, because I feel like I'm not used to low altitude anymore, which is really weird because everybody was saying when you go down to lower altitude from high altitude, you'll be fine, you'll be like superhuman because there'll be so much air. All that air couldn't help me. I still feel like shit. The whole experience was just insane. I'm really thankful to have met everybody and been a part of this. It's something I would have never done on my own, so I'm glad I was kind of pushed into it, like, hey, you're gonna climb this mountain, you can do it. And I'm like, come on, I don't work out, I play video games all day. I can't just go in the middle of nowhere to Peru and climb a mountain. But I mean, I went there, I did as much as I could, and I'm very proud of myself. I'm glad I stepped out of my comfort zone. It's not even like a step, it's like a, ow, I pulled my foot doing that. It's a little more than that. It's more than a step, it's more than a stride, it's like a hop. Just longer, a hop or a jump. I don't know, man, it's like one of those Olympic jumps. I would have never done anything like this on my own, so I'm glad I was like pushed to do this, and I pushed myself really hard because I wouldn't have been able to do it if I didn't push myself. But I know I didn't get to climb the mountain, but I mean, I climbed all the way to base camp, 10-mile hike. That's 9 miles more than any hike I've ever done or anything I've ever walked in my life. I barely walk. I don't do exercise. It's just, I do want to change my life. I do want to live a healthier lifestyle. I do want to push myself to do things out of my comfort zone, and I know I can do it now because if I did this, I feel like I can do anything. So another thing, I lost a lot of weight when we were there. I weighed myself and I lost over 5-6 pounds, so I'm gonna have to eat a lot to gain that weight back, especially since it's so hard for me to gain weight and I was like on my way there. I think that's the only bad thing about going on this trip, was I lost a ton of weight going there because it's really hard for me to gain weight, and I've been trying to, and I have to do it again. It's all Gucci. Okay, I think that's it.